All right, guys, welcome back. It's the divisional round in the NFL playoffs this week. Last week, I wasn't so hot. I went 0-4. I didn't pick a single game right, and I picked Bama for the championship. Didn't get that one right either.
Yeah.
So I'm really, whoever I say is gonna win this week, you're gonna lose.
Give him a kiss of death from MVP.
Yeah.
My name is Ricky.
Yeah.
I went 3-1 last week. I did pretty good. I would have went 4-0 if it weren't for Cody Parkey.
Yeah, I would have had a win.
Yeah, I would have went 4-0. Pretty great, I'd say.
Yeah, well, the first game we have today, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, who are 5-point favorites against the Colts this week. I want to hear your take on this game first.
Yeah, this is a one game that I have no clue what is going to happen because
It's going to snow.
the Colts have been playing great. It's in Kansas City though. Chiefs always great in Kansas City. Their offense, of course, we know is the best in the league. Rams, they're not as good as the Chiefs' offense. Let's make that clear.
Recently.
The Chiefs have the best offense in the league, and they're playing in Kansas City where it's going to be cold and snowy. So that doesn't bode well for either team.
No,
Because both teams are throwing teams.
Yeah.
Colts will mix in Marlon Mack a little bit, but
man,
they're not going to rely on him. So it's going to be a very interesting game, and I do think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. Both of these, the Colts defense has been playing great, but the Chiefs defense has more names, so there's always potential for them to have a good game. But the Colts are consistently a really good defense.
not so last year. But we're
La-
not gonna talk
this
about
year.
that. We're not talking about
This
that.
year.
Yeah, we're talking about this year.
They're a consistently really good defense
Yeah,
through the year.
This year.
So it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. And, whoever scores the most points is probably going to win.
No, that isn't cliche at all, Trent. Well, who do you think's gonna score more points then?
This is a hard game. This is the hardest game, I think. There's a decent chance that the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And I'm going to say the Chargers are going. But there's a decent chance the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl.
That is very true.
But Colts are hot. I've been down on the Chiefs a little bit for the past couple of months. They've been cooling down every week a little bit more.
He said Patty Mahomes doesn't get it
And-
done
and-
with Andy Reid.
While Andy Reid's coming off a bye week, it's the playoffs. Andy Reid doesn't have a great reputation for being good in the playoffs, but Frank Reich has, while he did coordinate the,
Super Bowl run of Philadelphia Eagles last year.
yeah, he hasn't had any head coach playoff experience. This is really a toss-up game.
You picking the Chiefs?
In the end, I'll take history on my side
I'm
for
taking Andrew Luck.
Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, a first-year starter, to lose the playoffs.
Patty Mahomes doesn't get it done.
Pat Mahomes doesn't quite get it done, and I think a late pick is going to steal it for the Colts to get a close win in a shootout. Maybe another comeback like we saw last time these two teams faced in the playoffs.
Hey man, I just hope that these games this week, they're more exciting. I hope that
They're
last
going to be
week,
good games.
last week the games weren't really that exciting at all, and I found that to be quite a disappointment. So I really hope that this is a great game, and I'm expecting a lot out of Andy Reid coming off his bye and being able to prepare for 2 weeks, trying to get history to change.
Yeah.
Really, because he hasn't performed well in the playoffs. Yeah.
He had that one
He
run
took-
with the Eagles, but they still lost in the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
it's a while ago.
Yeah.
So I can't really credit him for that. Doesn't really matter. This is
What have you done for me recently?
This is 2019.
Yeah.
And he hasn't beat anybody good, so he needs to come out. I know he's developed a really good game plan to attack these inexperienced Colts defenders with his prolific offense with Travis Kelce. I'm gonna say that he gets featured a lot because it's snowing, short passing game. That's what he's.
Darius
created.
Leonard's probably going to be on him the whole game. That should be known. And Darius Leonard has been one of the best linebackers in the league this year.
Yeah, but Travis Kelce's also top 3 tight end this year.
And I also want to say the problem with Andy Reid in the playoffs has never been that he wasn't schematically prepared for the game. It's that he doesn't do very well with in-game adjustments and time management and all of the in-game scenarios. That's always been his problem in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, especially without running game.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they're going to miss Kareem Hunt the most because the weather conditions are not favorable for Mahomes.
They're going to have to
he's a
get
Texas boy.
Williams.
He's a Texas boy. He's experienced all that nice warm weather, all that sweltering heat.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to adjust to this cold. Well, and same with Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's
an English guy.
Yeah, but his best attribute, I'd say, is more of the middle range passing,
intermediate, down the middle,
and then taking the deep shots with T.Y. Hilton. And I don't think they're going to be there this game for either side. So that's why I'm saying Travis Kelce's going to be the biggest factor in this game, and so is Eric Ebron.
That's your X factor
for the Chiefs, at least. On offense, on defense, their X factor is just pressuring Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Chris Jones.
Because whenever Andrew Luck gets rattled, bad things happen.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
tends to get a little turnover happy.
With that being said, I've been picking the wrong teams all along. I'm gonna try and turn it around, even though I'll probably just lose every single game.
Just jinx them.
I'm just gonna jinx them. I'm sorry, but I have faith in the Kansas City Chiefs to come away and get this win because I really think Patrick Mahomes is gonna. He's gonna shut you up for once, Trent.
Yeah.
He's been wanting to shut you up ever since you called him this overrated first-year player.
I like Pat Mahomes. I just think people are a little too high on him.
So he shouldn't win the MVP? He's not your MVP?
Maybe. It's close. It's close between him and Drew Brees.
First-year starter.
He'll win. But I think Drew Brees has a case. You can make a case for Drew Brees. And I think Pat Mahomes is a great player, don't get me wrong. But he has his flaws, and people like to ignore flaws whenever a player has a great season. Russell Westbrook on his MVP season. Everyone ignored the efficiency and the turnovers. I said he shouldn't win MVP. He loses his team games because of the turnovers and the efficiency. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. He's a great player. He's the second best point guard in the league. Pat Mahomes.
Oh my gosh.
Pat Mahomes.
We're not getting into this.
He's a great player.
We're not getting into this.
He gets a lot of turnovers though. He can get a little erratic. But he's still a great player.
Are you done?
I am done.
All right. Well, I really think that the Colts on offense, they're going to try to attack these inexperienced DBs on Kansas City as well, because both sides are pretty inexperienced on defense.
Yeah.
Maybe not the front sevens, particularly for the Chiefs, but the secondary's been their pain in the butt recently.
Overall, they're pretty young teams on defense. Well, in general.
So I'm going to expect a lot of play actions from both sides of the ball and short runs. And you know what? As much as I want this to be a fun game, it's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
So at the final score to me, I believe the Chiefs are going to finish this game on a Harrison Butker 29-yard field goal, seal the deal, 23-20.
You gave your X factor for why you think the Chiefs are going to win. My X factor. Colts defensive coordinator. He's done a great job all year of disguising coverages and disguising blitzes.
Yeah.
He's one of the best defensive coordinators in the league.
Yeah.
Making this Chiefs defense with no names.
You mean Colts defense?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Colts defense with no names, a top 5 defense.
Yeah. And
that's my X factor this week. Pat Mahomes is going to get confused. They do a lot of man alignment and then switch into zone. Pat Mahomes is going to get confused. He's going to throw a couple picks. That's my X factor.
What's the score?
Final score 35-28 Colts.
Wow. Now we're on to the late game on Saturday. We have the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams are favored by 7 points in this game. What's your take on this?
Yeah, the Rams are favored, and I think they're rightfully favored. They've shown that they're a good team through the regular season.
Maybe not recently,
but they've shown in an overall picture that they're a good team. Not splitting up into parts of the season. Overall, they've shown they're a good team. But factor that people are forgetting, while the fan bases in LA are becoming more supportive as the year goes on,
due to success.
Yeah. This is still going to be a 50-50 game in the stadiums. You're going to see just as much Rams fans as you are Cowboys fans today.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to see that as much either way. So there's not really a home field advantage for the Rams as far as the fan base goes today.
Okay.
Second off, the Cowboys' defense in the run game has been one of the best defenses in the league. Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, they've been playing great. Tyron Crawford, he's always great. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's one of the best defensive ends against the run.
One of the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the secondary, there aren't a lot of big names. They have depth at corner.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Who do they have?
They have Jordan Lewis. They have Chidobe Awuzie.
Uh-huh.
They have Byron Jones.
Uh-huh.
They got Anthony Brown.
Uh-huh.
That's 4 good corners.
Uh-huh.
That's 4 good corners. Not elite, but they have 4 good corners. Which
Starting college corners. Okay.
Correct.
Where are you going with this?
In the back end, they're pretty solid. Their defense, overall, pretty good. They're going to challenge the Rams to make Jared Goff throw the ball.
In what way?
Hmm?
In what way?
What do you mean?
How are they going to pressure him?
They're going to challenge him to throw the ball. They're going to put 8 in the box. They're going to shut Todd Gurley down.
Put an 8 in the ball.
Yeah, and they're going to say, look.
So Brandon Cooks is just nobody now?
They're going to say, Byron Jones,
Can't cover Brandon
you're
Cooks.
fast, you're tall,
Can't cover Brandon
you're
Cooks.
athletic.
Can't cover Brandon Cooks.
you're great in the press.
Can't cover Brandon Cooks.
You're going to go on Brandon Cooks.
Can't.
Going to put a safety over the top just in case you get burnt.
So you got a 1-on-1 with Robert Woods.
Mm-hmm. With Jordan Lewis on him, who's been one of the best corners in the league so far. Got 8 in the box, shutting down Todd Gurley, forcing Jared Goff to throw it 40-plus times in this game. All right, that's not a recipe for success for the Rams offense this season.
That is true.
And they have all the play action and everything, but all that comes off of Todd Gurley. So I think while there's no way to completely stop this Rams offense, they're going to be able to slow it down a little. On the offensive side of the ball, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, they're going to be able to just control the ball, put up points, long drives. Maybe they end in field goals, but they're putting up points. Long drives, control the ball.
Dak Prescott putting up points.
Yeah, with Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper. He's been able to do it, and I think he will today against this Rams defense. It's been very inconsistent.
So Keith Talib can't cover Amari Cooper, even though whenever he was in Denver, he locked down Amari Cooper year after year, game after game.
He's not going to do it. Amari Cooper's a different guy. He's a new man. Ezekiel Elliott against this Rams front seven that has been terrible against the run because Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald, Sue, I don't care. It doesn't matter. He's not a factor in this game.
I don't think he's really been a factor all year, but that's just nothing. That's another argument.
They're too worried about getting to the passer. They're opening up too many lanes.
Well,
Ezekiel Elliott's going to run over.
Fill the lanes.
Yeah, they don't have any linebackers.
You got Mark Barron.
Ezekiel Elliott is going to run all over this team. He's going to average 6 yards a carry today. And he's going to get over 20. He's going to get over 20 carries today.
So a Redskins fan is picking Cowboys.
I'm getting there. They're going to be able to put up points. They're going to control the ball, control the clock, and they're going to challenge the Rams to be able to put up points in a way they haven't been able to all season.
And how's that?
Stacking the box and forcing Jared Goff to throw the ball. I like Jared Goff. I don't know if he can do it.
You don't know if Jared Goff can do it.
I don't know if he can do it.
Well, I will say this. After everything that the Rams have gone through in the past 2 years, they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, something's wrong in that organization. Solely because they've been favorites to at least win a playoff game. And I know Sean McVay, he hasn't had the experience coming from Washington. They haven't had many playoff games. Sorry, Trent. But
We had one loss to the Packers.
yeah. Sean McVay's got to prove himself. For the city, he's got to prove it for the fan base. He's got to prove it to the NFL that he is a real deal and that he is going to be one of the next great coaches over the next 10 years in the NFL. And
it's time to take the next step.
Yeah.
Got all these people getting hired because of him, but he hasn't taken the next step himself.
I don't know how to put this, but they went out, they got all the pieces that they wanted in the offseason.
They used all the assets
They
possible.
sold their farm, basically, in the draft for this year. Because they believed in themselves and the coaching staff that this was their year.
And they believe they need the fans.
Yeah, they similarly were the Saints in the offseason. But they have more time to grow, and I don't like how they went out and said Super Bowl or bust this year. It's not a good recipe because you do have to pay Jared Goff soon, so you might as well go get these old guys on these short contracts for the future. Okay. But now, game time. What do I think the Rams are going to do to this Dallas defense? I think they're going to try and get Todd Gurley in space and let him go one-on-one with their best players. Because Todd Gurley, him, Zeke, Barkley, top 3 running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to go against one of the best rookie linebackers, young linebacking cores in the NFL. This is where experience matters.
Yep.
And whenever they get these guys out in space, I'm expecting Roger Saffold to be pulling on a bunch of plays, get him out there, get a lead block for Todd, quick screens to Cooks, get him up in space.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you guys, to beat speed, you need strength, but you also need speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about outmaneuvering them. And I feel like the Rams are going to really design their game plan around outmaneuvering this Dallas defense and getting them, since they're coming off this emotional win, they're going to be playing with a lot of emotion. Fight today, because Dak's been leading them well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to discredit him with that. He made a great play at the end of the game against Seattle. So, I mean, he deserves his props for that. I still don't believe in Dak at all. He's
got that it factor.
To me, he's a poor man's Andy Dalton.
I think he's better than Andy Dalton.
I wouldn't be so sure about him. He's a great game manager.
I think he's prime Alex Smith.
He's a great game manager.
He's prime Alex Smith.
He's a great game manager.
He's prime Alex Smith.
What was Alex Smith?
A great game manager.
Like I said. Okay. So, now with that being said, the defense is also going to have to step up because you only have to worry about 2 people in Dallas, Zeke and Amari Cooper.
And you said about Amari Cooper can't beat Aqib Talib. Even if he can't, you know who he can beat? He could beat Marcus Peters. He could beat Marcus Peters on those double moves when Marcus Peters likes to get too aggressive and jump up and try to get the pick.
I feel like the Rams are going to help out Marcus Peters this week, giving him Marcus Joyner over the top, being there, helping him out in case he does get a little aggressive because they need that play to his. They need to have that play to his strengths. You can't shy away from you brought him in for one reason, ball hawk. Let him play aggressive. You're gonna have LaMarcus Joyner over the top of Cooper. If he bites, you got Joyner right there running with him. So they're gonna shut him down that way. Dak's gonna have to be forced. He's gonna be forced to throw the ball to somebody else this game. And if Dak has to do that, they're not gonna win this game.
So what you're saying is, both teams have to do essentially the same exact thing.
No.
You want the Rams to do what I said the Cowboys have to do.
What's that?
Stack the box, make the quarterback throw.
No. They don't need to stack the box.
They don't need to stack the box?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have faith in Mark Barron and
they're
Chase
rangy.
Littleton
They're rangy.
and Sam
They're scrappy.
Ebukam.
Trust me, Trent. They're scrappy. They're young.
Tell me how well Scrappy has worked out for them to be one of the worst rushing defenses in the league throughout the year. How's that worked out? How's Scrappy worked out for them?
They were on the road.
They're always on the road. They don't have a fan base.
Well,
Their fan base is half the size of the average NFL team, and they're in LA.
okay. Aaron Donald's a one-man wrecking crew.
When he's rushing the passer.
You got Michael Brocker. No, he's not. He has multiple tackles for loss this year, and I expect this Rams defensive line to get some push, stunts, pushes, weaves, pinches, sending 5-man blitzes off the edge.
Michael Brockers is athletic enough to do stunts now?
Yeah, he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Michael Brockers. The 6'2", 320-some pound
they're not gonna
defensive
have him.
lineman who runs
They
like
have Dante Fowler.
What about Dante Fowler?
He's a pure pass rusher.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why you hand the ball off to Dak, heading
we're
towards him every single game.
We're rambling right now. I believe in the Rams getting it done at home. They need this win for the culture, for everything.
do it for
their
the
entire
culture.
their entire franchise. They need this win more than the Cowboys need. Well, the Cowboys do need this win because they haven't really done anything in the playoffs in the past 20 years. Cowboys fans still living in the 90s.
Dez dropped it, by the way.
He didn't drop it. But aside from that, I like the Cowboys. They're coming off this emotional win. They're going to fight for it, but when emotions get high, so does the scoreboard. And that's where the Rams are going to take advantage of the Cowboys, and I feel like they're going to seal it in the fourth quarter. Win by 10 points. They're going to win 34-24. All right, on to the next game. It's the 1 o'clock game on Sunday. We have I almost call them San Diego. It's LA Chargers going to New England, play the Patriots. It's supposed to be 29 and sunny in Foxborough, so it's not going to be snowing.
All right.
That is a fact.
First question for you.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How were them Ravens last week?
That's what happens when Marty Morningway's going to see. You can't move the ball.
Didn't I say that? And then you said you had faith in Marty Morningweg? And then I was like,
yeah, and then I
he's
watched
not gonna be able to get it done.
Yeah, and then I watched the first possession. I saw how that worked out, but it wasn't. I'm not gonna blame it all on him. The O-line didn't do anything.
That's why he's not the OC anymore.
O-line played terrible.
That's why he's not the OC.
Okay, but
anymore.
we're not talking about the Ravens. We're talking about the Chargers and the Patriots.
All right, Chargers, my Super Bowl team headed to Foxborough. All right, Tom Brady, he's gonna do his thing. He's
What's
gonna
his thing?
he's gonna do
What's
what he
he
does
good at?
every week.
Let's go to.
Every game for the past few years. Shotgun, halfback, right there beside him. Snap the ball, quick slant, quick screen, quick to the outside, draw,
Inside
halfback
zone.
screen. Simple. Whole game. Dink and dunk. Whole game. And you know what?
They don't have a deep threat, so.
You know what?
No.
The Chargers know it.
Do they?
The Chargers know that's what's going to happen.
All right.
And Derwin James, the guy who played linebacker last week and spied Lamar Jackson and shut
So
him
did Adrian
down.
Phillips.
Derwin James,
I
he's
wouldn't
going to be
say it
playing
was all
linebacker
Adrian
again.
James. I don't really believe in that. Okay.
He's going to be playing linebacker again. And you know what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen?
He's going to read Tom Brady's eyes.
I mean,
And they're
isn't
just going
that
to
what
shut.
he's
They're going to
supposed
shut
to do?
everything down.
I don't
They
know.
can't. They don't have a deep threat.
They don't need a deep threat.
They're not going to. There's no reason to play cover two. The Chargers whole game against the Ravens.
Do they even run a Tampa 2?
No. Chargers against the Ravens the whole time. They're going to cover three.
Pretty sure they're going 3-4.
They're going to be. Huh? Yeah, I said they're not going to have to run cover two. They're not going to be. They're not going to do any. They're not going to have a safety over the top. They might have one safety over the top.
McCourty brother.
It's going to be dink and dunk. Tom Brady. Dink and dunk the whole time. Chargers. That defense. They're going to shut it down. They're going to shut that down. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to get the ball back to Phillip Rivers over and over and over and over again. And Phillip Rivers, he's going to say, all right, this is the worst Patriots defense in the past 10 plus years. And I'm going to put up whatever, I'm going to do whatever I want against these guys. Melvin Gordon, I believe he's questionable as of right now, correct?
He's definitely not gonna be himself.
Yeah. Guess what? It doesn't matter. You got Austin Eckler. You got Justin Jackson. They've been playing great while Melvin Gordon's been out. They can do whatever they want. Hand it off inside, tosses to the outside, run some stretches. They're going to do whatever they want. Phillip Rivers, he's got 4 starting caliber wide receivers. He's going to spread them out. He's going to say,
Isn't that
all
what
right,
they do every week?
huh?
Isn't that what they do every week?
Yeah. They're going to play their game. They're going to do whatever they want to do.
Like what?
Huh?
What specifically?
What they do every week. Spread them out.
That's not very specific.
4 wide.
That's not very
Sling the ball. Get it down intermediate
Okay,
routes.
skip.
Get the running backs involved. Hit them over the top. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. They can do anything they want against this Patriots
So
defense.
it's heavy.
And they're going to have a dominant game. And they're going to say, you know what, Bill Belichick, maybe it's time for you to retire because you've lost it. You don't have it anymore. Tom Brady, you know what, I don't think you're playing until you're 45. I think you're done. I think you're done because everyone knows what you're going to do every single week. You don't have the arm to throw it deep anymore. You can't do it anymore. You're done.
Are you done?
Chargers are going to put a fork in them. It's over. Chargers are going to dominate in Foxborough. The fans are going to be throwing snowballs by the end of the game. They're going to be so mad.
How are they gonna throw snowballs if it's not gonna be snowing?
They're going to make them.
They're just
They're
gonna
going to
make
go
throwing
up.
snow.
They're going to go to the concession stands. They're going to say, look, I want an icy. I don't want any flavoring, though. They're just going to throw ice balls.
Are you sure they even sell ices at
Maybe.
Foxborough
I don't care.
in December?
Who
I mean
cares?
January.
Who cares?
Are you done?
Fans, they're going to be out of there by the end of the third quarter. The stadium's going to be empty. Chargers are going to be up 28-3.
I'm pretty sure the game's gonna be empty in LA when the Chargers play because nobody cares about the Chargers
Guess
except
what?
Jaden Maher.
Guess what? They're going to care after this week. Because the Chargers, they're going to dominate the Patriots.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you kind of spilled out a lot about the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I believe in the Chargers as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what you were saying about Tom Brady, that's just blasphemy. Tom Brady is not done. Tom Brady's got 3 or 4 more years.
Have you been watching this year? Have you been watching this year?
Yeah, I've been watching Tom Brady play fine, but everybody else around him is old. Gronk needs to go. Edelman
Really? Everyone else is old.
They're playing old. Tom doesn't play old. Tom still plays like he's 23. Moving around in the pocket.
I don't think Tom Brady was starting when he was 23. But okay.
He doesn't need to start.
Just continue.
Well, the Chargers, you know what they're going to do is they're going to get the ball out in space.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pound the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Down, down, down. Just like Carlisle football team. Down, down, down. Screen, down.
All right. But difference is...
Play action. Touchdown.
You're talking about the Patriots are going to do this?
No, Chargers.
Okay. If they're like Carlisle football, they're not scoring, first off. And second off, the coach is going to call 2 plays the entire time. But, continue.
Shots fired?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Fire Ickes. Share it. Let it be known. Continue.
No comment. Joey Bosa.
Nick Bosa's playing now?
Nick Bosa is going to be playing next year.
Yeah,
but
for the Cardinals.
Joey Bosa is an animal, and so is Melvin Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
This Patriots offensive line has played, to put it simply, but they're young. They have to grow eventually on the interior. The tackles, though, they've been playing. They're missing Isaiah Wynn. I will say that. They're missing Isaiah Wynn to that injury right now. Hunter Henry's going to be active this week. I'm going to expect him to get a lot of targets, considering how nobody knows how to attack Hunter Henry this week. With his ACL injury coming back from, and Antonio Gates, he's still slow. You know what you're getting out of the wide receivers for the Chargers. I think they're going to be too much on the deep balls, intermediate routes, short routes. I don't think the Patriots are young enough to run with these guys, and they're going to be missing this draft for the Patriots. It's going to be vital.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's going to be key to their continued success.
And I really feel
because
like
they're going to get killed this game.
I'm not going to say
and if they don't change something up, it's over.
I'm not going to say they're going to get killed, but the Patriots give you every reason why they should lose this week. They're but they always show up in the playoffs. You can count on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can count on them playing well at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you can count on Tom Brady and Belichick scheming up a great way to beat Phillip Rivers like they always have in their career.
Well, see, here's the thing.
But I believe Phillip Rivers is going to get it done this week. I think he's going to be able to torch the secondary because the secondary is lacking, even though they've got some names. They're old. And right now, I'd rather have some fresh young legs going against these old legs than old legs going against young legs. At wide receiver and corner.
See,
yeah.
you said I was going you said I was going in on the Patriots. You said I was just saying it was blasphemy. You said
Well,
what I
about
said
Tom
was
Brady.
blasphemy.
About Tom Brady, yeah.
You said you can always count on Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to scheme up and play good at home and
They do play good.
be prepared for the game.
They are
and-
going to be prepared.
and-
It's going to be a close game.
and play great
It
in
is
the
going to be a
playoffs.
It's going to be a great game.
Here's the thing: they're not going to do it, and you can't count on them to do it anymore. And that's the signal
They still got all the
of the end of a dynasty.
I don't believe it's the end of the dynasty.
Put a fork at 'em.
Gronk's gone after this game. Edelman's gone after this game. Bring in new tight end, new wide receivers. They're going to be fine.
All right. Either way, Patriots.
Last game. 4 o'clock game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Saints are in it again. We all remember what happened last year. Minnesota Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Williams.
Well,
Choke.
if I remember correctly.
Choke. Stephon Diggs, the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. He's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Maybe
Right.
may have some bias to that, but
So there's a lot of bias there, but we're not talking about the Vikings. They're gonna make the playoffs.
yeah, they didn't make the playoffs.
So let's talk about the Saints and who they're playing.
They're playing the Eagles.
In New Orleans, correct?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to start? I want you to start.
You want
I've
me
been
to-
starting the whole time. Why don't you start?
Why do you want me to start?
I just want to see what you have to say.
You think I'm gonna pick the Eagles?
I don't know.
You think I'm gonna pick the Saints?
I don't know.
Trent said whoever you pick is gonna get the kiss of death, so it doesn't really matter.
Most likely.
Well, who's the hottest team in the NFL right now?
The Colts.
I beg to differ. The Colts haven't really beat anyone aside from Texans. We saw what the Eagles did to the Texans. Manhandled them. Saw what the Eagles did to the Rams. Manhandled them. You saw what the Eagles did to the Bears. Manhandled them. In Chicago. In Chirac.
I wouldn't say they manhandled him.
Hey,
That wasn't a manhandle.
hey, Fletcher Cox.
That was a Cody Parkey sucks and needs to get cut.
You know what the Eagles are gonna do this week? They're gonna make what you have to do to Drew Brees, like I say every week. Force him outside the pocket, make him throw on the run, pressure him. You're gonna be fine. If you don't do that, you're gonna be screwed. Do I think the Eagles can do it?
Nope.
I do. They
No.
have Fletcher Cox, Michael Bennett, Derek Barnett,
They're not going to do it.
Jordan Hicks,
They can't.
Camus, Rouge Hill.
When's the last time Jordan Hicks blitzed? No. When was the last time Jordan Hicks was 100% healthy?
Listen, that's not the point. The point is, you know what the Saints are going to do. They're going to pound the rock, dink and dunk. Pound the
Okay.
rock and dink and dunk until
Okay.
the second half. Go deep, take some shots with Drew Brees, get Taysom Hill in there, mix in a few runs, some read options with Alvin Kamara, maybe Mark Ingram. You never know what they're going to do. They have a really good offense, but you know what the Eagles are going to do? They're going to let them run. I feel like they're going to let him run, and they're going to limit Drew Brees. They don't want Drew Brees to win the game for them. They want Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and that offensive line to win the game for them. So I feel like the box is only going to have 6 in it.
Okay.
They're going to have 6 in the box, 5 out wide. Well, 5 DBs every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to mix in some nickel blitzes with Jalen Mills because he's great at blitzing.
Yeah. He is. He is.
And they're going
Malcolm Jenkins is really good coming up from down from safety position.
Yeah, and you're not going to want Michael Thomas to have, you don't want somebody to island Michael Thomas because he's a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL right now. The Eagles don't really have the corners at the moment. They're all pretty banged up, but they're playing with a lot of heart, a lot of fire behind them. They feel like they're underdogs again at the 6th seed, and as much as I really want to pick the Saints because they've been playing great this year, I got to go with the Eagles. Nick Foles has been playing great in the schemes. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback, but he's a great scheme fit for this offense, and he does the job right, gets the job done, fills a role that everybody needs, and that, you can't say he's better than Carson Wentz as a quarterback in the scheme that he's in right now. Yes, because he was in Kansas City. He's an Andy Reid guy. Doug Peterson is basically Andy Reid.
Yeah.
And-
Systematically.
Exactly. And you can't say he's not.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to
He learned everything he knows from Andy Reid.
on offense though, for the Eagles, you're not gonna run the ball. Nick Foles has to win you this game. You can't rely on the run. Saints have one of the best run defenses in the NFL, just like the Cowboys do. And that's how you're gonna have to find the way to win. In New Orleans, it's gonna be tough. I expect them to pull out a gritty win. One of the best kickers in the league, Jake Elliott, goes marching in New Orleans, gets the win against the Saints. Time expires, 44-yard field goal. It's pandemonium in Philadelphia. They're climbing poles that are all greased up, naked.
Bounces off the upright, hits the crossbar, bounces in.
No, on you.
Everything logically tells me to pick the Saints. They have the more experienced head coach. They have the more experienced Hall of Fame quarterback. They're at home. They have one of the best home field advantages in the league. They have Marshawn Lattimore, one of the best cornerbacks. They have a great
That's
offensive
about it.
line. Their front seven's been playing great.
Yeah.
They have wide receivers. Michael Thomas, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. Eagles don't have anyone to cover him. Everything says, in my brain, logically, the Saints are going to win this game because they're a better team, top to bottom.
I
Head
believe they are,
coach,
too.
head coach to the long snapper. They're better.
Porter? I I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So, with that being said, something in my gut says that the Eagles are going to do it again. They're going to win a game that they shouldn't win, that they have no business being in. But somehow, some way, they're going to win the game. And Lane Johnson is going to walk off with the dog mask on his face again. And it's going to happen again. And it's going to kill me to watch it because I can't stand the Eagles. But something in my gut just says that the Eagles are going to win the game.
Trent.
And I do think they're going to run a lot of nickel, like you said. Jalen Mills is going to be on some blitzes. Malcolm Jenkins is going to be coming down, stopping the run game.
Vontae Maddox.
Drew Brees, we saw in one game,
Which game?
I believe the Panthers game, where Drew Brees threw a couple picks.
Yeah.
He had his worst game of the year.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles will follow up with what the Panthers did, and that's basically run nickel the whole time and make Drew Brees uncomfortable in the pocket. I think for some reason they're going to be able to do it. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Trent, let's just say I pick the losers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pick the losers. So if we both pick the Eagles, you know they're actually going to win then.
Listen,
If I pick the Eagles, they're just going to lose.
Listen.
And then we're both going to be happy. Because you're going to be ahead, and the Eagles are going to be out. And I'll be happy with that.
listen.
But
Nick
Trent said,
Foles.
no, Nick Foles is the truth. Nick Foles is the God.
If Nick Foles pushes and tries to hit Marshawn Lattimore too much, he's going to come away with a pick eventually.
Eventually.
He's going to come away with a pick eventually.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen because, like I said, everything logically says that the Saints should win this game, but something in my stomach says the Eagles are going to do it, and I have no reasoning for it. I have every reasoning to pick the Saints.
So you're picking the Eagles.
I'm going to pick the Saints
Fly, Eagles, fly. baby.
because
On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
never do that again. Never do that again. Saints, they're going to do it because every time I think of the Eagles, my stomach just turns. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just because every time I think of the Eagles, I get sick of my stomach. I think my gut's telling me to make them win.
Oh, look at that great kick.
But
Beautiful. Wow. Wonderful.
Saints are going to win.
Stupid from Chicago.
Saints are going to win. Eagles only put up 14 points. Saints put up 31. They come away with the win.
Well, according to my metrics, my score's going to be 23-20.
Okay.
If that makes you feel any better
Sure.
about the Eagles winning. Because
No.
they're going to win.
No.
Just like I said, the Ravens were going to win.
No.
They're going to win.
No.
They're going to put a fork at them. One seed.
You know what LeVar Ball
One
has done?
seed.
He's the master of talking things into existence. I'm going to talk this Saints win into existence. From now until the games start, I'm going to talk 24/7 about how the Saints are going to dominate this game, and they're going to do it.
Well, let's hope.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for iiKnows Divisional Round. See you next week when we talk about the conference championships, and
Like, subscribe, share.
let's go Houday Nation.
Who dat?
Yeah, that's the one.
Who Day is the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals fan 2019 confirmed.
Right. All right.